What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream, where we're back in our Gas Course project, an action RPG game built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, of course, C++, blueprints, and the Gameplay Ability System plugin. So yesterday we finished our input buffering system. I decided not to make it a component. I was having issues with replication with it being a component, so I kind of just built it into the player character itself so that I can get it to work for clients. Not sure how much of a good idea that was, but you know, I kind of want to move forward and push forward with the input buffer system by adding an IMGUI debug. So on my project, I downloaded this cog. What's it called? Cog plugin. It's basically like a framework for IMGUI. So let's play real quick. So we have this IMGUI menu, as you can see here, right? So this is the actions that he has. So I can hide it. Now I have this input buffer one. Now, so it doesn't draw anything, it doesn't do anything. But that's what we're going to be working on today. Try to see if when I am opening the buffer through that, what's it called? Through the atom notify. If it'll show it's open, it'll show the recorded actions, and then it'll show that it's closed and show it what action tag it's doing and what action should have been performed if there was a buffer. So that's pretty much the goal. And right now the input buffer opens when I'm dodging, so I can, kind of double tap, and it'll just buffer it. But if I do it too quickly, it won't. So I kind of want to just have like an IMGUI debug that kind of assists me with tracking that. I think that'll be fun. Try to learn a little bit more about IMGUI. We also have a special guest here. We have our kitty Lola. I don't think you could see her in frame, but I got a cat just chilling right in front of me. Maybe she'll make an appearance if she stands up. There you go. We got Tail. So hopefully she'll just chill with us for a little bit, So that's going to be our goal, to see how far we could take this. We're only going to be streaming for maybe an hour and a half at most. And we'll just see how far we can take this. And we're going to use a reference to the other examples that this cog IMGUI gives. So this is what this other code on the right-hand side is. Ours is on the left for this input buffer window. So I'm wondering if I can somehow... boo-boo. I don't know what kind of ASMR you're going to get with the cat just by the microphone like that, but maybe you'll get some cute purrs or something. And hopefully she won't be stepping all over my keyboard. There you go. Okay, Boo Boo's just chilling. So the first thing I want to try to do, they have these object pointers for these input action windows, like this cog input data asset. And I don't know where that's going, or where that needs to go. So input data asset, there's this. So does it have any references? It doesn't. And then there's ucog input config actions, which is the config, which I think I would probably want to have, right? I just don't know where this references. Maybe it's in project settings. Is there anything for cog? Or is it editor? No. Or does it just read the data from anywhere? Yeah, the references aren't really making too much sense to me. So I wonder what I have to do. So I wonder if under private, for example, you can get an object pointer You input config. So I don't know where this gets accessed, you know? So we got plugins, rewind debuggers, book stuff, in project settings, asset manager, engine, editor, platform plugins. Not sure. We're gonna have to find out. Do I have to like reverse engineer where these things have to be referenced? Under here, under input actions, it does asset and then get asset and get config. And I don't know what these do. So get asset cask access static class. Okay, so I think it just gets the first instance of it. Which maybe is okay. Let me see. Because I have my own input config, right? Sorry, that was the cat. The gas course input config, right? And it's these things. So it should be valid. So I should be able to do something similar in mine under initialize. So let's see. So B has menu. I'm just going to say true. I don't know what that means just yet. And then get config. I think that's what I want. So get config. Let's look at the implementation. Also pretty abstract. So I want to say input config. So there's that. And then there's the render help, which I already did. It's just a tooltip. Reset config. I don't know what this reset does. So I won't do anything for it. Render content. I guess this is where I would want to say something, right? So I want to say like if config, or what is it? Input config down here equals null pointer. Could do something similar here. Text disabled, invalid input configuration. I'll probably have to do something similar for the local player. So let's not worry about that right now. Let's compile what we have, see if anything breaks immediately. And I'm pretty sure I would have to also make some sort of, what's the word? Interface, so that I can, I guess, get some data, potentially, I don't know. Because I need to get a reference to the gameplay tags that I have. Let me open up my character, the player character. So I have all these things like flush input buffer, open, close, flush. I don't know if I need to make like delegates or anything either. or if that's just going to be... that's what I'm not 100% sure on. Because, eventually they do, they create the menu and everything. Then they get the actions, they get the action information. They begin the table. They do a bunch of stuff I don't understand. Get the access value. Okay, they're really just kind of going through that. And then there's a render tick. It's on tick. They inject the input. Draw axis, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's figure this out little by little. We're not going to get it all done today, I know that for sure. What I do wonder is if the GUI window will be valid. So clearly, I don't know. Clearly, something just broke. Okay, so it has to be of type ucommon config. So we get here, window initialize. So basically, it's having a problem here. Unless, I don't know if that's a crash or it's just going to be a problem. Seems like it's a crash. Okay. So there's this common config, get or get config class. Window manager. So yeah, it all comes down to this. This is a problem. So how can I better do this, I wonder? Let's ask the AI assistant here. GUI5 C++, get asset reference from content browser, maybe? You can get a reference to an asset selected in the content browser using the Unreal Engine, blah, 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 API. I don't want to do that. No, I don't care. I don't care about that. Yeah, okay. Something like this. Okay, give me quite a lot. So we can do... What should I do? Maybe I can make a function here. Where is this one? Cog window. These are all under what? Public? It's a template class. I guess it'll need to be of this type. something like this. What's wrong here? No return statement, that's fine. So we need to do something along the lines of this. So I need to get the asset path. So I don't need the class, I need the object. Can I say return asset? Can I say like cast? Something like that, and then I'm gonna need to have to update the asset path. I guess I could just say like, let's just see what happens with this. I'm not sure how great this is, but it's whatever. Hopefully it won't crash just loading. But we'll see. Because there's this U common one. But how come we didn't use this one? Get config. Unless I don't want to use an object. I want to use the class. Maybe I do want to use get asset. I'm not sure which one will be better. It's like const u object get asset. Let's just try to get the reference to the config first, and then we'll kind of take it from there. We should have it. Put config. Copy. Copies reference path. Probably this one. Let's double check. Yeah, that looks right. So text. We don't need this part. And we keep the double quotes only. Let's see if that does anything. Let's do a hot reload from there. I just want to know if that's going to crash first and foremost. Then I assume we would need delegates for when the buffer opens and closes, just so the input config can, not the input config, the input buffer IAM GUI can listen to it, but let's see. Okay. I didn't see an error. Can I do this? Okay. So we know that's valid. Great. So what do we need to do now? I wonder. Let's make this guy explode because it's fun. Okay. Now, what do I need to do? I feel I need all different types of delegates. I always forget the syntax for delegates as well. Okay. Thank you. So at the top, I believe, yeah, let's generate documentation. Why not? YOLO. Cool. So declare dynamic delegate. I need dynamic multicast delegate. I don't think it needs any sort of params. And then we're gonna say like f input buffer open delegate. Okay. We're gonna do another one for closed and flushed. I'm gonna rename this as opened. F input buffer closed delegate, and then F input buffer flushed delegate. Now we gotta declare these things, so I put a section for input buffer. So we can make these signatures. So on input buffer opened event, F input buffer, okay. Oh, I'm missing a D in the declare. Eclair. Okay. F input buffer closed delegate on input buffer closed event. F input buffer flush delegate on input buffer event. So now I should be able to evoke these things. So when the buffer is open, we can say input buffer dot broadcast on input buffer closed broadcast and then flushed. So we got those. Maybe I should also have one for the input buffer for when the thing's used. So like when it's activated, you know? So I could say down here, yeah, let's make another delegate for it, YOLO. So declare dynamic multicast delegate, but we do want to have one param. I want it to be a gameplay tag. So let's say F input buffer. What should it be called? Input buffer used? I don't know. That's such a bad. And then we want to say F gameplay tag. And then we'll say it's called input tag. what do we want to do? Back down at the bottom here. Last but not least, if a buffer used, delegate on input buffer used event. I guess we could just that just to keep things documented, of course. One thing I like about the generating AI stuff, ask it questions and ask it to do documentation. It's been getting a lot better too. Oh, consumed is a better word. Okay. Let's change that. Fix that. Boom. Okay. Then back into our character, we can say on input buffer consume dot broadcast. Then we could say, maybe I could just say f gameplay tag consumed input tag. What's this? And then we could just use this. That, I don't think, does it have to be a pointer? No. Okay, great. What about that? Does that matter? I don't know. We'll find out. I guess. So we got those events, right? So I guess now under initialize, I should be doing some more stuff. I know that they do some stuff on initialize here. Or is it under render content? Because I feel like it has to be on initialize as well, no? Let's see what when initialize is done. It should be. Oh, yeah, it's because I've written code. So I wonder. What other things do I have in the base fcog window? Class, initialize, shut down, reset, pre-save, render tick, game tick, full name, get selection, visible, has widget, owner. We have a get world, nice. Okay, so there is a get local player on. Maybe can I say so if you gas, no, it's gonna be a gas course, right? A gas course player character. Character equals cast a gas course character. Get local player pawn. I think this is where I can bind those delegate events. So let's just do input buffer open and stuff like that. So should be able to say void on input buffer opened, void on input buffer closed. I think they have to be U functions, if I remember right, actually. That can be generated. Boom. Now I wonder, I guess maybe I can have something render. Do I need like a private variable, like a boolean? So bool be input buffer opened. Oh, that's not a function. I just put a variable. It's false. Then I can just add it here. So the input buffer opened equals true. False. And then there's render content. I don't know if this is on tick or not, but let's just say, hey, if the buffer opened, we can just say GUI text input buffer opened. So now I should be able to say, like, player character, was it bind or input on input buffer open dot say just add. There should be an example here. So add dynamic this opened. Is that valid? I guess we're gonna find out. Then player character on input buffer closed dot add dynamic this f buffer closed. Okay, there's too many of these. I don't know why that was accepted. Okay. Let us compile that. Let's see if I screwed anything up. All right, definitely failed to create virtual memory. Sick. I thought I increased it. So we're just gonna let that fail. It definitely seems to be another problem, but let's compile again. Just to be sure what those warnings were. Okay, so attempting to do a cast on a type that is not a U object. So what does get local player pawn do? It creates a pawn, right? Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. All right, your boy's back. Tummy problems. But it is what it is. So, my assumption is the problem is here. Like, am I not allowed to do this? Yes, so that's the problem. Now, what if I were to do this? So I am curious if it's giving me a problem with the delegate stuff. Okay, so still good. Hmm. Am I not able to rely on delegates? Is it because it's a struct or something? So you function macro call or declaration has no effect outside of class struct or interface. Am I able to make this anything else? Because yeah, it's. Do I have to like re? Maybe I have to do it similarly. Can I just? Okay. Um. Do I have to? That? No. Okay. What can I do here? Um. Because yeah, this is cog window. Cog input actions. It's the interface. Let's look at cog input actions again. So no class. This is an F. Class, blah, 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 F above R for window. I don't think I need core minimal, do I? Um, I'm pretty sure I just broke everything, but we'll just see what happens. Do I have to regenerate things? Is it gonna fail if I have the IDE open? It's okay. Try it again. No. Dang. Do I not need it? Yeah, still a problem. So they have a team interface. Does the interface have to handle this? Maybe. Maybe I can literally, let's just try some things out here. Let's not worry about that, right? Maybe on this, we could say, if player character, input buffer, or is it just B? Input. Where am I looking for? Where's player character? Is there not, yeah, right here. Bool B input buffer open. I guess I have to just say bool is input buffer opened. Where is this? Return B open. Maybe we could do that. Maybe const. Then back here, I get to say is input buffer open, am GUI text input buffer is open. Should put that in quotes. Let's see what we get here. Okay, a lot of red. So inconsistent DLL linkage. Okay, so let's look again at the sample window. And let's just compare it to ours. So core comment, yeah, got the input config, fine. Don't need the core minimal or anything. We just don't need this. Maybe that's okay. All right. So I'm gonna have to implement that interface if I make it. So I'm assuming maybe I would need it. Like, can interfaces have delegate bindings? So yes, they can. Okay. So maybe I just need that interface instead. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay. So we see input buffer is open. So that's cool. I think I need to make an interface. But just for the sake of just seeing one more thing. So for let me make this a so T array F gameplay tag buffered tags equals oops player character tags or buffered tags. Guess that's not public. TRA F gameplay tag get buffered tags const return buffered tags. Okay. So if buffer tags that is empty, return, and then for F gameplay tag, buffered tag in buffered tags. I'm gonna do something like this. Oops. Buffered input tag. And then can I, is it valid to write it like this? I don't know. Let's find out. I hope this works. Again, I don't know how to make it look nice. That's like the next problem. So there's options. I don't know if I care about having options. And then there's render tick. Don't know if we need render tick. Probably should write this on like a separate line actually. Like this. Up, not like that. Grab that. Should scope like that. Maybe that will look better. I don't know. We're gonna have to do a hot reload to find out. Yeah, again, I don't know if I can use an interface if I want to be able to have it listen to things. I'm not sure. Let's just see what the results are here. Okay, there's something gets printed out. Ah. So it doesn't fill. There's input text. Is there a way to make sure that it renders like the full thing? So draw axis. Begin disable, blah blah blah. Toggle button. Disabled, blah blah blah. Or is there like, I am GUI again? Buffered. Tags. Just want to see what this is going to be. Window flags. There should be like a always auto resize. Let's just see if that does anything. And then I think we're gonna have to call it a day. Excuse me. But we'll see what the results are. And then we're just gonna have to like be able to store it. Like store the okay, so we definitely get a crash. I don't want to do that. Let me also I just want to make sure this thing is actually giving me the right information before I start doing anything else. I'm just gonna log it. That. That. And let's do a hot reload one more time. Let's see. What did I get? So yeah, I definitely got the right thing. That's good. So I'm gonna just comment that out. Give myself to do here. Make sure this text fits. I think that's where I'm going to end it. At least we made some progress. We're able to draw some stuff, but I don't know if we'll need an interface or not. I'm not sure how to best handle this one. So we'll continue this maybe tomorrow, but especially sometime this week. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good Monday, and I will see you very, very soon.